All right, so today we're going to be talking about discount. So last week we discussed tax and we also discussed tip. And when we were discussing tax and tip, we know that tax is an increase on the value. We pay that to the government and that is a portion of our sales. We took that tax and we added it to our original price to get what we're actually paying. Tip was the same way. Tip was an additional charge that we showed for being gratitude or showing gratitude or being gratuitous to our server or the person who is doing a service for us. So the thing we're going to focus on today is discount or markdown. Okay? So discount and markdown is the decrease from the original price of an item to its sale price. The markdown is a percent decrease of the original price is the percent markdown. So we're gonna look at a couple different ways and a couple different problems, and then you're gonna solve some problems on your own. So again, discount, we're taking something away. So what operation do you think you're gonna use if you're taking something away? You're going to use subtraction. That's right. So we're going to use the same process, whether we use the percent equation or whether we use the percent proportion, we're going to use that same process and then we're going to subtract our value of our discount to get the sale price. So Edward wants to buy a snowboard that is on sale. If the sales tax in Edward's state is 7.5%, how much will he pay for the snowboard? So we've got a two-part problem. So first we have to find the sales price, and then the second thing we have to do is we have to find the total price with the tax, because we know that in America, our tax is an additional charge. In other countries, they actually have already factored in the tax with the price of the item. So we're gonna have a two-part problem. Find the discount and the sale price, and then we're gonna find the tax and the final price. So let's think about our part, our whole, and then the percent. Do we know how much we're gonna take off of the item? No, we don't know how much we're going to take off the item. Do we know what the entire item costs? Absolutely we do, because on the tag it says that the item cost, so the snowboard costs $180. So that's going to be our whole. Do we know what percent we're taking off the item? Yep, says it right there on the tag. So again, that's our percent. So that means that we don't know our part. And when we don't know something, we use a variable. Okay. So we're going to set this problem up in two ways. We're going to use the proportion, for those of you who like the proportion, and then we're going to use the equation as well. The first thing we have to do is we have to find the discount. So we have to find our discount first. So if you find the discount, we're finding the amount that we're going to subtract from the original price. So if we're going to use our percent proportion, part over whole equals the percent over 100. We don't know our part, so that's going to be our x. We know the cost of the entire item is $180. Our percent is 30, and then we know every percent always goes over 100. So if you like to use the percent proportion, I want you to take the time right now and I want you to calculate using your cross products how much of a discount it's going to be on the percent, on the snowboard. Okay. For those of you who use percent equation, again, percent equation is part is equal to the percent times the whole. So we don't know our part. Our percent is 30. We multiply that times our whole, which is the original cost. So don't forget, you have to take this and turn it into a decimal before you can multiply. So take some time right now. The substitute in the room might want to pause right now so she can give the kids some time, he or she can give the kids some time to solve the problem. Okay. If you use the percent proportion, cross multiply, numerator times denominator. Numerator times denominator. Follow our process for simplifying one-step equations. So $54 is going to be your discount. That's the amount of money we're going to take off the original price of $180. My percent equation, kids. Turn 30% into a decimal first. Then multiply by the original price. So 3/10 times 180, again, is $54. So we get the same price, or the same discount, we just use two different methods. So to find the sale price, we have to use subtraction. We have to take our original and subtract the discount. So if our original is $180, then we subtract our discount of $54. We get a sale price of $126. So that tells us when the snowboard is 30% off, we're actually paying $126 for the snowboard. But because this was a two-part question, now for part two, we need to find the sales tax and the total. So again, we have to continue on. We found our sale price. Now we have to find the tax and the total that we're going to pay for the item. So again, we're going to set it up two different ways. Your proportion and the equation. So if we know from the problem, we know our sales tax is 7.5%. So that goes over our percent. Our percent always goes over 100 for our proportion. We don't know how much we're going to pay for the tax, so that's going to be our part. And we're going to use our sale price as our new whole. So part over whole equals the percent times our 100. That's going to give us the amount we're paying in sales tax. So my proportion kids, go ahead and solve. Now my equation kids, we're doing the same thing. We don't know how much we're paying in sales tax. We know that our sales tax percent is 7.5%. And we know our sale price of the snowboard is $126. So my equation kids, go ahead and solve how much we're going to pay in sales tax. Proportion kids, solve how much we're going to pay in sales tax using a proportion. Again, if you need it paused, ask the teacher to pause the video so you can work. Okay, proportion kids, here we go. Cross multiply. Numerator times denominator. Numerator times denominator. $100 is multiplied by x. So I divide it on both sides. So x is 9 45 hundredths. So this is our sales tax. That's our sales tax. My equation kids, again, you had to take 7 5/10% and turn it into a decimal. Multiply 75 thousandths times 126. So again, this is our sales tax. So the ultimate question was, how much will he pay for the snowboard? So we took the discount, we got $126. We found that the sales tax is $9.45. So to find the total price, we take our sale price plus the tax to get our total. So our sale price was $126. The tax, $9.45. So the total amount that we're going to pay with the snowboard, for the snowboard, after the discount with the sales tax, is going to be $135.45. The second problem we're going to go over is going to be finding the percent markdown for an $80 jacket that is on sale for $48. So when we're looking at this problem, we know the original cost and we know the sale price. So we're trying to find the percent of markdown. Okay? So we know we're not going to have our percent value. So we need to calculate the part. We need to find the whole. And we're looking for the percent. Okay? It says find the percent markdown, so we don't know that. So we already know that our percent is going to be X. Now I want you to think close about what's the part and what's the whole. Okay? The whole is going to be your original cost. So how much does the jacket originally cost? $80. But our part is not going to be $48. Our part is what we originally ended up paying for the item. So our part is how much it was marked down. So it started at $80 and it ended up at $40. So our part, we're going to take the original minus the sale price, and that's the percent that it's marked down, which is 32. So now we've got our part, our whole, and our percent. So use your equation or use your percent proportion to find how much the percent markdown is on the jacket. Again, ask your teacher to pause the video so that you have time to solve the problem. Let's go ahead and solve. So there's our setup. Our part over a whole is equal to the percent over 100. Cross multiply. Divide. Part is equal to the percent times the whole. Okay. Part, whole, percent. X is being multiplied by 80, so divide it. So to change from a decimal to a percent, we multiply by 100. So we also get 40. So when we say 40, that's the question that we've just answered. So that means that the jacket is 40% off. So your homework for today is going to be on pages 171 and 172. and I would like for you to do questions 9, 11, and 15. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you tomorrow.